Let's transport ourselves to Japan in 1707, a land of samurai, shoguns, and a sacred peak that looms over everything Mount Fuji. Picture it. A snow-capped giant, 12,389 feet of majesty. Its slopes draped in mist, revered as a god by villagers who leave rice and sake at its shrines. Fuji's a symbol of eternity, painted on screens, sung in poems, a beacon of calm in a turbulent world. But beneath its serene face, something's stirring, a force that's been sleeping for centuries, ready to unleash hell. This is Edo period Japan under the Tokugawa shogunate, a society of rigid order, farmers till rice paddies, merchants haggle in Edo's markets, and samurai sharpen their katanas, loyal to lords who answer to Shogun Tsuneyoshi. Life's hard but steady, until the earth itself decides to rewrite the rules. The year's been uneasy. Japan's a web of villages, 30 million souls, most scraping by on millet and fish. Edo, now Tokyo, is a boomtown. 500,000 packed into wooden houses, paper walls glowing at night. To the south, Suruga and Sagami provinces hug Fuji's base. Towns like Odawara and Numazu, where farmers pray for rain, not ruin. But nature's restless. Earthquakes rattle the coast, small at first, cracking clay bowls, spooking horses. By November, they're stronger. Fishermen in Aizu report waves swallowing boats, while Edo's carpenters rebuild tea houses daily. Fuji's quiet, but old monks mutter tales of its last roar. 864 AD, when lava buried lakes. She's waking, they whisper, ignored by most. December 16th dawns cold. At 10 a.m., the ground heaves, a monster quake, later called the Hoi earthquake, shakes the Kanto plain. In Edo, 100 miles from Fuji, roofs collapse, fires spark, thousands die. Odawara's castle sways, its stones cracking. Numazu's harbor floods, drowning dozens. The quake's epicenter's near Fuji, and villagers notice oddities. Wells dry up, birds flee. A sulfur stink taints the air. At Gotemba, a priest named Taro sees Fuji's peak smoking, faint but real. He rings his temple bell, urging evacuation. But the daimyo, Lord Asano, scoffs. Fuji's divine. It protects us. Farmers, weary from quakes, agree, planting rice like nothing's wrong. Taro's not alone. Merchants in Suruga whisper of ash dusting their stalls. A gritty haze by dusk. In Edo, samurai report tremors hourly, their swords rattling on racks. The shogun's court, obsessed with rice taxes, ignores pleas for aid. December 17th, Fuji's slopes quiver. Rocks tumble, a low rumble echoes, felt more than heard. Taro climbs halfway up, finds steam hissing from cracks, and prays, his hands shaking. Below, families light lanterns, hoping for calm. They don't know it yet, but Fuji's done waiting. The mountain's about to speak, and its voice will be a scream that buries hope. Dawn breaks over Suruga, December 18th, 1707, but it's no ordinary morning. The air's heavy, like a storm's brewing, only worse. Mount Fuji's been grumbling, a low growl villagers want to ignore, their hands busy replanting fields battered by yesterday's quake. In Gotemba, priest Taro's at his shrine, burning incense, his eyes locked on Fuji's peak. Around noon, the ground shakes again. Not as fierce as the Hoi quake, but enough to spill sake in Numazu's taverns. Then it happens. A roar, louder than 1,000 cannons, splits the sky. Fuji erupts, its summit exploding in a fountain of fire and ash. Black smoke billows, swallowing the sun, and the world turns to twilight. Ash falls like snow, thick, choking, coating Gotemba's roofs until they groan. Farmers scream, abandoning plows, their faces gray with soot. Taro rings his bell, voice hoarse, urging people to flee west, toward the sea. In Odawara, 20 miles away, Lord Asano's castle is a chaos of toppled screens and panicked retainers. Ash blankets the town, a foot deep by dusk. The air's poison. Sulfur burns throats, eyes stream, children cough blood. Pumice rains, fist-sized stones smashing homes in Subashiri. crushing a sake brewer named Hana, her infant daughter trapped beneath. Her husband, Jiro, claws at the rubble, sobbing, as neighbors run blind. Edo's not spared. 100 miles north, ash darkens the Sumida River, clogging fish markets. Panic grips the city. Merchants board up shops, samurai draw swords, fearing bandits. The shogun's palace shakes. Tsuneyoshi prays, his advisors blaming spirits. By night, Fuji's relentless. Lava doesn't flow, but ash and rock bury fields. Rivers choke with sludge. In Numazu, the harbor's a graveyard. Boats sink under ash's weight. Fishermen drown. Their nets useless. Over 200 die here alone. Bodies uncounted in the dark. Sagame's rice paddies are barren. Livestock suffocate. Their bellows fading under a gray shroud. Jiro in Subashiri pulls his daughter free. She's alive, barely. They stumble west, joining thousands, their sandals shredding on jagged stones. Taro leads a group, his robe torn, chanting sutras to calm the terrified. The sky's a furnace, glowing red, ash falling for days. Nobody knows the toll yet, thousands gone. Homes dust. But Fuji's wrath is a blade, cutting deeper with every hour. It's December 20th, 1707, and Mount Fuji's roar has dulled to a grumble. But the Kanto Plain is a wasteland. Gotemba's a ghost town. Roofs collapsed, streets buried under 3 feet of ash. Priest Taro's temple stands, barely, its bell cracked, but he's out there, digging for survivors with blistered hands. Subashiri's worse. Jiro cradles his daughter, Aiko, in a makeshift camp, his wife's body left behind, one of thousands unburied. Odawara's castle is a husk, Lord Asano's men hauling corpses to pyres, the smoke blending with Fuji's haze. Numazu's harbor is sludge, fish rotting, disease creeping, dysentery hits, felling kids first. The human cost is staggering, estimates whisper 20,000 dead across Suruga, Sagami, and Edo, though no scribe dares count exactly. Ash poisons wells. Drinking water's a gamble, typhoid's next. In Edo, the shogun's court wakes. Tsuneyoshi sends rice, but roads are blocked. Bandits snatch half. Asano, shamed by his inaction, organizes relief. Oxcarts haul blankets. Monks boil gruel. Taro's camp swells. 500 souls. Their coughs a chorus of despair. Jiro's eyes are hollow. Aiko's fever spikes. No herbs left. A fisherman, Kenzo, shares his last squid, saying, "We're all cursed." Communities rally. Suruga's farmers share millet, though stocks dwindle. Women weave straw mats for shelters, their fingers raw. But the land's broken. Fields are ash. Rivers toxic, winter biting. Edo's markets reopen, but prices soar. Rice is gold. Fights break out. Tsuneyoshi decrees tax breaks, a rare mercy. Yet whispers blame him. The shogun angered Fuji. Taro scoffs, preaching resilience. But even he falters, burying a boy who drank ash-tainted water. Long-term scars loom. Farming's dead for years. Hunger's a specter. Yet in the camps, songs rise, faint but defiant. A spark of hope amid ruin. January 1708, and Fuji's silent. Its peak dusted white, mocking the gray hell below. Suruga's villages are rubble, but life claws back. In Gotemba, Taro's not just a priest, he's a builder hauling timber for huts, his sermons now about survival. Subashiri's camp grows. Jiro's a leader, his daughter Aiko healing, her cough fading. He organizes men to clear ash, their shovels scraping dreams from dirt. Odawara's rebuilding, Lord Asano humbled, funds granaries, his samurai trading swords for spades. Numazu's harbor stinks, but fishers like Kenzo dredge channels, their boats floating again. Edo's pulse quickens. Merchants reopen, haggling over half-rotten yams. The physical toll's brutal. 40,000 homes gone. Temples cracked, roads impassable. Asano's men build dikes, redirecting poison rivers. Communal spirit binds them. Farmers pool oxen, women sew clothes, kids haul water. But grief's a shadow. Jiro wakes screaming Hana's name. Aiko flinches at thunder. Taro counsels dozens, his own heart heavy. His brother drowned in Numazu, news he buries. Edo's samurai donate rice, shamed by survivors' grit. Tsuneyoshi sends engineers. Canals rise. Ash turned to fertilizer. A mad hope. Mental recovery's harder. Villagers fear Fuji, shunning its shrines. Yet Taro insists. She tests us, not curses. Festivals resume. Taiko drums beating defiance. Lessons sink in Asano orders quake drills, stores grain. Edo's carpenters use stone, not wood. Learning fires cost. The shogunate drafts warning systems. Bells, runners, crude but new. Suruga's farmers plant barley, tougher than rice. Their hands calloused but steady. Jiro carves a flute for Aiko. Its notes a promise. We'll live. The land's scarred, but its people bend, not break, building toward a dawn they'll earn. Spring 1709, and Suruga breathes again. Fields green, Gotemba's hut sturdy, smoke curling from hearths. Mount Fuji looms, serene, its snow glinting like a vow kept. Priest Taro's temple shines, rebuilt by hands he guided. His bell recast, ringing clear. Jiros remarried, a widow named Mari. Aiko giggling with a new brother. Odawara's castle stands tall. Lord Asano wiser, his granaries full. Numazu's harbor bustles. Kenzo's boat, patched, hauls mackerel, his laugh louder than waves. Edo's markets thrive, the Sumida River clean, though scars linger. Graves dot hills, ash still sifts from attics. The economy's healing, tax cuts spark trade. Merchants ship silk to Kyoto. Suruga's barley yields double, hunger a memory. Culture blooms. Poets pen Fuji's wrath. Painters capture its glow, turning pain to art. Shinto priests, led by Taro, revive rituals, villagers praying to Fuji, not fearing it. Tsuneyoshi's reforms stick, quake codes, rice stores, coastal watchtowers. Losses, 20,000 souls, billions in Rio, teach hard truths. Nature bows to no shogun. Jiro's flute, played at festivals, carries Hana's spirit, uniting Subashiri. Fuji's legacy endures, a god, a killer, a teacher. Japan's tougher, its villages linked by shared loss, ready for quakes to come. Taro, graying, smiles at Aiko's dance, knowing they've won more than survival. They've claimed hope.